Cool. All right. I'm in a new angle today because somebody in the last video said I had a casting couch set up.
God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
We must be better. Okay. What's going on, y'all? It's another video here by yours truly, Nene Music. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, appreciate you for following. If you don't already know who I am, I'm a hip-hop producer and DJ based here in New York. If you do know who I am, welcome. Hello again. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, today, make the video a little less controversial than the last one. I appreciate all the feedback and review that came in the comments. I take no offense to anything, you know. Overall, everyone was pretty respectful in the comments. Nobody was kind of going after anybody, so that's cool. I hope that continues. I hope that this channel doesn't become something of like contention, only because it's all just for the love of hip-hop, and I appreciate everybody who kept it respectful. And yeah, let's kind of continue that. Today in this video, I wanted to go through this cool event I was able to attend for the 20th year anniversary of the release of MF Doom's Food album. If you don't know who MF Doom is, first, please go familiarize yourself with his catalog and understand his impact and influence in hip-hop. Go ahead, I give you permission to kind of leave this video and then come back afterwards. Please come back afterwards. So with the 20-year anniversary, there's been a re-release of the album with a handful of remixes. Along with the re-release, there's also been a few events going on throughout the month of November to commemorate the life of Doom and then the 20-year anniversary of the album. Just to name a few that have been going on, of course, album release party at Tyler the Creator's Camp Flognog Festival. There was a food pop-up in the theme of the Food albums. On top of that, amazing Erykah Badu and Madlib performed at the festival along with this orchestra. And I haven't seen the full video yet, but I've been seeing clips around online, and you know, it seems like a really dope tribute for, you know, the artists around the anniversary time of this album. The event that I want to talk about today is actually, you know, bear with me here, called the Food Drive Tour DVD. Kind of a handful there, but what it was is just a tour DVD, you know, documenting the travels of Doom and his whole group and friends that were traveling along for that tour, and documenting the food drive that they were actually holding along with the tour. So we see it in the video, but it was you know, anybody who kind of attended, I guess, were asked to bring a can of food, and all of the food that was collected was then donated to a local shelter and food pantry that was in the area that they were performing. So how did I get invited to the tour DVD showing? The event was put on by Rhymesayers Entertainment, so the distributor kind of label that handles Doom's music, in collaboration with Spotify. And what they did is they identified, I guess, the number 1% or 0.1%, whatever it is, of MF Doom's listeners in New York, and basically sent out an invite for those people to attend this showing of the DVD. Guess who got invited? Really cool thing. So I guess it really does pay, at least for Doom fans, to be a top 1%. They sent out an email. Instantly, I was like, oh, definitely have to go. So I grabbed a couple tickets for my girlfriend and I. Yeah, I just thought it'd be a really cool video to just share my experience. I have some clips of the night and like what I saw. And if you weren't able to attend, or you're just not in New York and you are a 1% listener, you know, here's a little kind of overview of what went down on that night. The event was hosted at an independent movie theater called Nighthawk Cinema here in Brooklyn. What they're primarily known for is doing these themed menus along with the movie that they're showing. So it's this cool, like, interactive experience that you can have while you're watching the movie. We got there a little early, so we just hung out at the bar downstairs and grabbed ourselves one beer.
I'm Diamond One.
Yeah, just hung out for a little bit until we were able to sign in. Once we signed in, they gave us a wristband, and along with the wristband came a cool tote bag of a bunch of swag or just goodies that we got. So within the tote bag, we got the actual re-released album. That alone goes for, like, I guess $30 to $35, maybe $40, depending on what version you get. That made the whole trip kind of immediately worth it, with tickets only being $15 each. A sticker pack, a pin, which I don't know if you could see, but wearing here. This cool like plastic Doom mask, like, you know, the Halloween whatever mask. And then it was all put in this food tote bag too. So, you know, there were 2 showings. I would say the theater could fill about 80 to 100 people. So, you know, just to round up, it's probably like 200 people that were able to attend the event, which feels really exclusive and really cool. And also just interact with a bunch of other Doom fans. And we saw some people in costume too. There was a handful of people, you know, with the green hoodie and red puffer, sleeveless puffer or whatever. And of course, the menu for everything was in theme for the album. So on our menu, we had Rap Snitch Knishes, which were actually pierogies. I guess, I don't know, well, maybe knishes are harder to make. Cookies, spelled with a K, of course. Deep fried friends, which were these chicken tenders and french fries, and the vomit spit ranch. That was interesting because that was like this ranch that they just dyed green. Before the actual movie started, we were actually introduced to a couple of the Rhymesayer Entertainment and close people to Doom themselves. One of them being Doom's hype man for this tour, Big Ben. You know, he will introduce himself and introduce the DVD and kind of what it is and kind of his impact on the tour itself. So really cool to hear from people who were close to Doom and kind of along the process with him. And if you haven't seen the DVD, I hadn't before this whole experience, so it was cool to see it live with a bunch of people who also love Doom. But if you haven't seen the DVD, specifically for rappers, definitely a cool watch. Definitely think you should go ahead and check it out. It's really this masterclass in performance and kind of how to interact with a crowd. His style of rapping and kind of you're able to hear every bar and every line that he's saying, but it seems almost increased in his live performances. Like everything that he's saying, you hear it. So it really goes to show, I guess, the breath control and just like composure that he had on stage, doing that all while having fun and kind of interacting with the crowd, being interactive with his DJ and his hype man, and yeah, just really putting on a dope show, which is what, you know, a live performance should be. I think the video's on YouTube. You can check it out and also just see what we had seen that night too. During the movie, we were actually kind of encouraged to like rap along or sing along. So, for a lot of the songs, people kind of took to themselves and yeah, just decided to, rap along with their, one of their favorite artists. So people who maybe would never, or I guess can never see him live, it's cool to see and experience him live in a way with a whole bunch of other fans. So yeah, I mean, the video was dope. It's very like educational. Being a producer is really cool to see like how the performances kind of go. I've had my fair share of live performances too, and taking notes on how I want to be on stage or how I want to present myself on stage, despite it, maybe me being behind an artist or a rapper, but it's just this really cool experience to see him and see what he did all these years ago, and kind of trying to continue that tradition of live performance and live music in hip hop. Looking back, I think this was probably one of the coolest kind of and exclusive experiences that I've had for just music in general, let alone with Spotify or just like anyone in the underground boom bap scene. As far as Doom's influence, like he's a multifaceted artist in every definition of the word. He's a producer, he's an MC, he's a father, he's like, all of these things at once. But at the end of the day, still stood true to who he was as a person, I think, who he wanted to be as an artist, and kind of how he wanted to portray himself, really honing in on it being about the music and not about him as the person or the artist, displaying and putting across his love for hip hop and sampling, and having that be shown through everything that he's done in his music career. So as a big fan of Doom, I'm very grateful to be or have been a part of that experience. To Doom himself, thank you for all of the music and kind of stepping stones that you laid for people like myself to continue to build on this foundation of sampling and hip hop and kind of evolve it into whatever it may become. So yeah, thought I'd just put together a quick little video summarizing everything and, you know, just send a thank you to the Rhymesayers team, to Spotify for kind of recognizing that 1% here in New York of listeners who really appreciate his music and putting together a really cool event. Yeah, if you want to support Doom, you know, I think there's two websites you can go to. Gasdraws.com, which is his kind of official merch website, or you can go to rhymesayers.com and just buy merch from there. You know, I've been seeing a lot of like resellers, or I guess like custom made pieces for Doom, kind of capitalizing on his popularity, which is cool. But if you really want to support Doom and kind of the people around him directly, you know, you can purchase merch through that site. If you'd like to support me, you know, I have a couple beats that are very much inspired by Doom. You can see them here. One Victor and the other Beyond, which I pull a lot of influence from him. So if you want to support me and kind of find new music to kind of add to a Doom playlist, feel free to share those songs. If you liked the video, go ahead, like, subscribe, follow along for the journey. I'll be posting up some beat cookups and kind of behind the scenes of some studio sessions that I've been having recently in this new space, the non-casting couch space. It is a studio, so, you know, some content to come there. Again, yeah, thank y'all for the support. Keep it cordial, stay loved, stay blessed, and yeah, for the love of hip hop, yo. Thank you again, and see you in the next one. Peace.